Hi guys, it's your favorite home baker, Princess Kia, back with my first cooking video. Yay! Um, I decided that I was gonna make beef bulgogi for the first time, so come with me and make it with me. This is just part one of a two-part video. Um, but also, as you can see, I'm cutting up an Asian pear. Asian pear is kind of like a sweet, juicy apple. It's very good if you haven't had one before. They're very good. But that is for like the tenderization and some sweetness on the beef. Also, I have a regular onion that I cut up. Um, I'm cutting like a quarter of the pear, a quarter of the onion. I cut up like one green onion, threw that in there. I had some fresh garlic. I threw that in there. Um, but the tool that I'm using for the garlic in this next clip, the tool that I'm using for the garlic is like 10 out of 10. When I tell you I never have to mince garlic again, I'm so excited that I brought this. I ordered it off Temu. 10 out of 10. If you use fresh garlic, highly recommend. Also use some fresh ginger that I'm like butchering over there, but it got in there. I did some soy. I think I did low sodium soy because I didn't want it to be too like salty, but use what you got. I also use some brown sugar. I also use some sesame oil. If you use sesame oil, a little goes a long way. Completely kill your dish if you use too much sesame oil. I also did some non-traditional things because this is my meal and I wanted to make it how I wanted to make it. I used some sweet chili sauce because I love sweet chili sauce. You can also use mirin, but I used rice wine vinegar because that's what I had at the time. I also used hoisin, not traditional. That's what I wanted to use. Gotta season it down because if you know, you know. Got to season your food. So I used some crushed red pepper, some black pepper, some Montreal steak seasoning, and a little bit of adobo. And I tasted it. Tasted good. As you can see, I had a little thumbs up on the camera. While I did that, I was getting my rice ready. Drop a little chicken bouillon in the rice. Rinse my rice off. Um, get that in the pot. Get that ready for some fried rice that I'm making later on in part two. I also decided that I was gonna get New York strip because it was on sale. It wasn't on sale. It was just cheaper than a ribeye for more New York strip than a ribeye would have been at the grocery store. So I got New York strip. Most people use ribeye. Some people use I don't even know what other cut of meat you would use for this because I don't like any other really cut of beef. That's just my personal preference. But you want to cut it super super thin. Oh shit. Sorry. You want to cut it super super thin. Really paper thin. As you can see, sitting there talking with my hands. I don't really know what I'm saying at that point in time, but probably something to do with cutting your beef. During that time frame, I also did have it in the freezer to kind of get it firm to the point where I could cut it very thinly, but I put it in a Ziploc bag and I put some thinly sliced onions, some more green onions, and then I just put it in the bag and I massaged it a little bit, put that in the refrigerator for like 2 days. My rice was ready, let that cool off, put that in the bag, let that chill, and then we'll be back to make it in part two. Bye.